So throughout the course, we're going to be using some particular terminology quite often. So it's better if we just define them up front, and then that way, if you get to know them now, you won't be running the glossary every time you come across it. So here we have the asset: people, property, and information. People may include the employees or the customers, along with other invited persons, such as contractors or guests. Property assets consist of both tangible and intangible items that can be assigned a value. Intangible assets include reputation as well as proprietary information. The information itself may include databases, software codes, critical company records, and many other intangible items. In short, an asset is what we are trying to protect. Threat: anything that can exploit a vulnerability, intentionally or accidentally, and obtain, damage, or destroy an asset. In other words, a threat is what we're trying to protect against. Vulnerability: weaknesses or gaps in a security program that can be exploited by threats to gain unauthorized access to an asset. A vulnerability is a weakness or gap in our protection efforts. Risk: the potential for loss, damage, or destruction of an asset as a result of a threat exploiting a vulnerability. Risk is the intersection of assets, threats, and vulnerabilities. So why is it so important to understand the difference between these terms? In my opinion, if you don't understand that difference very specifically, you'll never understand the true risk to the assets at stake. You see, when conducting a risk assessment, the formula used to determine risk is A plus T plus V equals R. That is, asset plus threat plus vulnerability equals risk. Exploit: literally, it should be defined as a piece of software or a sequence of commands that takes advantage of a vulnerability to cause unintended or unanticipated behavior to occur on computer software or hardware. But I'd like to take a moment to explain it in these words. An exploit is an attack on a computer system, especially one that takes advantage of a particular vulnerability the system has or is known for. Used as a verb, exploit refers to the act of successfully making such an attack.